Design-O-Rama. This week we're going to be focusing on another comprehensive set. So this will be 5 tasks that can all be accomplished toward the same thing. And at the end, you'll have a fairly comprehensive communication of design and research consideration around a central piece of output, central app or experience. In this case, it's personal finances tracking app. And for day one, it's simply designing a dashboard. So sketching out a dashboard for tracking personal finances. So what you'll do is just define those key things or identify those key things that would be beneficial for people to see in personal finances tracking app. Sketch it out with information hierarchy, just making sure that the most important things are in prominent places, that the supportive things are in supporting places, and that things that need to play off of each other maybe are next to each other in a meaningful way or communicated as a single thing. Consider how data visualization might support this, so how to use appropriate graphs to communicate things or numbers where it is meaningful to do so. Day 2 is write a test plan for evaluating a prototype. So what you could do is write a test plan for evaluating everything this week. So all of your artifacts that you create that are interface specific, or just about the dashboard. I think it'd be enough to do it simply for the dashboard. But just think about what your major concerns, the areas that you think might be tricky, the areas that'll be high traffic or high use, and consider how you might ask questions about them that will challenge how effective they are. And consider it for mobile, desktop, and even for certain aspects of accessibility. And then just go through and fill out the test plan. You'll typically have objectives, participant criteria, key tasks, and sometimes you'll define what it might mean for someone to successfully complete the key tasks. To set those ahead of time, typically it's good to set that guess ahead of time so that you can keep yourself honest and keep the people around you honest as to what success looks like, so that you don't back down from it in the future because you have an emotional connection to something you put in there. Number 3, create a journey map, so day 3, for onboarding to a new app. So this is just thinking about how people might, from the point of uncovering or discovering your app, all the way through maybe potentially when they're on your dashboard, that onboarding process, and identify pain points, opportunities, and how people are feeling, and then suggest key improvements if you actually do talk to people about this to get information, potentially add quotes. But standard journey map, I put a link here to Nielsen Norman, which provides a good article on journey maps and how to create them, as well as templates or at least drawings that you could potentially use. It's very good. Relatively straightforward. We've done journey maps before in the Design-O-Rama, and should be relatively straightforward outside of the actual content itself. Day 4, redesign a commonly used form to improve completion rates. Apologies. So look for some personal finance related forms. It could be credit card application, expense tracking, account sign up. Could be maybe a budgeting process if we're talking about personal finance. Identify the friction points. Are the fields confusing? Are there too many steps? Are there too few steps? Is the mobile design poor? But pick one that exists in your world and create an improved version, and focus on usability, clear communication, efficiency, and how effective it is potentially in accomplishing the outcome. So maybe pick something on your favorite banking site and then think about it from a personal finance perspective and think about that form. But either way, think about some sort of form that someone might have to enter data into and think about how to just make it better. And day 5, conduct a competitive analysis of 3 similar apps. So from a personal finance perspective, Mint, YNAB, Pocket Card, and compare the UI features, usability, identify where they're strong, where they're or weaknesses, where there are opportunities, and then summarize key takeaways. You can create a matrix if you want where you compare the three to have that at a glance comparison. People seem to like those, especially in stakeholder meetings, but relatively straightforward as well. And now, getting through day 5, you'll have 5 artifacts that speak to journeys and experiences and product considerations, such as competitive analysis relative to personal finance app. Should be a great exercise to go through to think about this as a cohesive set. But if you're doing this day to day and don't want to think about it as a complete set, you certainly don't need to, and you don't need to focus on personal finance. I wish you the best of luck this week. Should be fun, and we'll see what everyone submits.